number 22, Jack Kehoe, and number 24, Francois Nkoy. For the Welsh side, coming onto the court now, number 22, Reese Cornelius, 21, Pete Walker, 15, Sol Minty Walker. At 11, and the captain for today, Oliver Wright, and number 9, Lucas Scotland. Both teams going out on the court today. Wales coming out with 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. Their center is the 22, Reese Cornelius. And for the Ireland side, 3 guards, along with 2 forwards as well. For the opening tip, 24 for the Ireland side, Francois Nkoy will go up against Reese Cornelius here. As we're just about ready to get underway. Sol Minty Walker actually is going to come in inside for the tip-off instead. That one's up. And the Welsh side grab it, and we're up and away. Wales start with the ball right on it. He'll get it over to Lucas Scotland to start us off. Pete Walker here at the top of the arc. Hands it over to Sol Minty Walker. Driving inside on the Euro step. Lays it up and in. 2-0. Wales off to a good start here. Impressive early basket, and Ireland looking to respond quickly. Starting at the top of the arc and driving inside, they'll be forced out to the perimeter. Coming inside once again, Dunala gets it back. Cotter on the perimeter, guarded quickly. With 8 on the shot clock, a deep 3 comes off the back iron. And Wales grab it, and they're up and away to the opposite end. Wright will slow things down for the Welsh side. Minty Walker on the far end. Oh, bad pass. And that's going to go over and back out of bounds. Unforced turnover there. And Ireland will take advantage here. So inbounding is number 7 and captain Jamie Cotter today. Cotter looks for somebody to check to him. Near the baseline, he's got Marinkovic. Cotter gets it back from 3. No. And the Welsh side can't grab the rebound. Ireland with a good offensive board here, driving inside, going up strong, and it's swatted down by Cornelius. To the opposite end quickly, Sol Minty Walker gets it back, right for 3. Off the iron, and Ireland grab this one again. Marinkovic racing to the opposite end. 3-on-3 here. 3 to come quickly from Ireland once again. Both teams going crazy from behind the arc now, trying to knock down a 3. Still nothing, though. 2-0 Welsh lead. Sol Minty Walker inside. Bit of a wild layup there, and it's way too far. Cotter on the opposite end. Pulls back. He'll flip it over to the far side of the court. To the baseline. 1-on-3 here. That one blocked again. Ireland looking for a foul. Paul Kelleher not going to get one. And Wales still hold the 2-0 lead. Oliver Wright sets up the play for the Welsh side. Lucas Scotland at the top of the arc here. He can drive inside, tries to beat a defender, goes strong to the hoop, but it goes off the backboard and nowhere else. And a jump ball there. Impressive effort from number 11, Oliver Wright, for the Welsh side. Wraps up the ball with Brendan Dunala, and he forces a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to Ireland. But a good start for the Welsh side, just about 2 minutes into this game. Obviously, you lead 2-0, but lots of energy. Ireland have had a couple of offensive rebounds, haven't been able to hit any threes so far. It's really been the story of the game in the first 2 minutes. Dunala on the back end here, driving inside, 1-on-2, goes up, gets it to fall, and he's going to get 1 extra to come from the free throw line. Does Brendan Dunala. You can already see Ireland playing with a very physical high tempo as well. They're either driving inside right to the restricted area or taking threes, and it pays off for them here as a free throw to come for Brendan Dunala. Gets that free throw to fall, 3-2. Ireland take the lead. Dunala from Ballin Kolig Basketball Club. Walker driving inside. He'll kick it out to the corner. Right from 3. And he's got it to fall. 5-3. Wales back on top. Oliver Wright. Impressive start here for him. Coming inside on the Irish team again. Backing down Reese Cornelius. That one's not going to fall in for Francois Nkoy. And the Welsh team grabbed the rebound. Scotland hands it off to Pete Walker here. Walker at the top. He's driving to the free throw line, spinning around, goes back to Lucas Scotland. Scotland drives to the baseline. He'll be forced back to Walker. Sol Minty Walker, quick movement to the far side of the court. Driving inside. And that one somehow falls off the rim. Great move there from Oliver Wright. Couldn't get it to fall. Dunala coming inside quickly. Couldn't corral it very well, but he's going to be fouled anyway. So foul on Sol Minty Walker there, his first. And Ireland will take this one off the inbound. So 5-3, Wales in the lead. Just about 3 minutes into this game. Very up-tempo start so far. Jack Kehoe on it now. He'll hand it off. Deep three to come here from Cotterill. Jamie Cotter misses that one. To the opposite end is Lucas Scotland driving coast to coast. He'll kick it out instead. Wright gets it back to Sol Minty Walker at the top. Minty Walker always does that. Doesn't take many threes from there. He'll rather drive inside instead. And he loses it out of bounds. Tried to hold it across his back and then go up for a layup, and it didn't work out for him. So out of bounds, another turnover for Wales. That's their second turnover so far. Ireland don't have any, but Ireland have not been able to make Wales pay off those turnovers yet. Three to come yet again from Ireland. Knock it down, Greg Marinkovic. 6-5, Ireland back on top. 3 points for Greg Marinkovic, 3 points for Brendan Dunala. And Ireland take the lead once again. Sol Minty Walker spins around, gets it over to Lucas Scotland, right in the corner. He's trapped. Scotland got it, 8 on the shot clock. Needs to make something happen here. Waiting for a screen to come. Good switch, though, from Ireland. They can't make him do anything here. Cornelius needs to go up with it, doesn't see the shot clock, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Great defense there from Ireland. Did not let Wales penetrate the perimeter and forced a bad play out of it. Timeout called here by Nick O'Leary on the Wales side. So both teams will head to the bench here. 6-5, Ireland in the lead. Impressive start here for the Irish. Wales had a good start. We jumped out to that 2-0 and then 5-3 lead. And Ireland have pegged them back, and they now take a 6-5 lead into the break right now. This first time out of the game, with just over 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us. I'm Atticus Pede here live on the BBL Player today. 6-5, Ireland on top. Fast start for both sides here. You can already see what Ireland are trying to do. They're being out-rebounded 5-6. Wales have one extra rebound than them. But more importantly, Wales have a couple of assists, but Ireland do not have many assists so far. No assists for them, 2 for Wales. You can see Ireland are looking exactly for their specific shots that they want. They're trying to get the ball to their best shot creators and to get shots up from them. Wales are trying to move the ball around a little bit more and drive into the paint. They're taking more time on their plays. I think Wales are trying to find a specific shot in their playbook, and they haven't found much of it so far past the opening couple of minutes. Ireland seem content to take whatever shot is open to them, and that's how they've got the 6-5 lead so far. 3 points from Greg Marinkovic, 3 points from Brendan Dunala. Both teams coming back out onto the court. Ireland have made a substitution. Joseph Badejo coming on for the Irish side. He's number 16, along with number 3, Daniel Carberry. They'll both check into the game. Wales will make a substitution of their own. Number 12, Josh Brown, coming onto the court to replace Reese Cornelius. Brown is number 12 there at the free throw line. Ireland have the ball here. Cotter kicks it over to the far side. Cotter trying to get it back. Sol Minty Walker, good steal here, driving coast to coast, 2-on-1. Gets it over, and Wright lays it up and in. Great pass there from Minty Walker off the fantastic steal. 7-6, Wales on top by 1. Jamie Cotter driving. And another turnover, another sloppy pass. Wright with it, hands it over. Minty Walker, Wright's going to want it back. He's got it, deep three to come. Off the iron it out, and Ireland grab the ball down, and they'll go the opposite end. Kehoe hands it off here. Cotter gets it back. Badejo, strange pass, but Ireland still have it. Driving to the interior, beats 1, beats 2, jump step, no. He'll be forced back out. Badejo to the far side, Cotter, baseline. Dunala's shot goes back off the iron, and an offensive foul called there. Offensive foul called on Josh Brown for the screen down low. Looks like Brown got his hands behind him and locked up the Ireland player, wouldn't let him move. So first foul on Josh Brown, just about 45 seconds in to his appearance onto the court. His first appearance today for him. 3 to come from Ireland here. Off the iron and out. Looking to get the ball back in the corner is Kehoe. Dunala goes up strong instead. Still can't get it to drop. 7-6, Wales on top. Scotland gets it over to Pete Walker. Kicks it back to Wright. Scotland at the top of the arc. Drives inside. Gets Cotter to bite. Goes up strong. No foul called. Can't get it to drop. And Ireland come away with that one. 3-on-3 here if they want to go quickly. Driving inside. Forced back out. Dunala's open. Won't take that shot. Cotter's wide open. He's got this one. And it won't fall. Open shots from Ireland. They just cannot get anything to fall right now. 7-6, Wales lead. Minty Walker hands it off. 2 to come from Brown. No. Minty Walker going up for the rebound. And can't get it. Ireland grab it, but a steal here from Oliver Wright gets it up and in. Strong play there from the Welsh side, not giving up on that one. Oliver Wright makes Ireland pay. Can't get that one out of their own end of the court. It's now a 9-6 lead. Driving inside is Kehoe, trying to kick it back out. And a foul called on Pete Walker now. That's going to be Walker's second. And we'll have substitution to come here as a result of that. So Pete Walker in early foul trouble. 5 fouls, takes you out of the game. He's already got 2. Replacing him is number 5, Rio Oki. So Ireland inbound now, gets it over to Kehoe. Kehoe deep 3 to come here. Still can't get it to fall for Ireland. Wales will slow this one down. Will captain Oliver Wright. Ireland 1 for 7 behind the arc so far in this game. Plenty of threes, just not getting anything to fall. Minty Walker to the interior, and that pass is too high. Rio Oki wasn't expecting that one. That one falls out of bounds for him. So Ireland will inbound this one, taking the ball up the court now. First appearance of the game for number 2, Ryan Kahlo. Ball rolling around on the interior. Ireland do come away with it. 3 to come here from Daniel Carberry. Off the iron and out. Brown grabs the rebound. Scotland pushes it up the floor quickly. Minty Walker, one-on-one here. Defenders check to him, and an offensive foul from Sol Minty Walker. A charge called. Tried to go strong into the paint there. Couldn't get it to fall. So Ireland will take possession once again here. 9-6. Wales on top by 3. Sol Minty Walker will come off the court now after that offensive foul. Again, he's arguing the call, but referees won't agree. So coming onto the court for the first time today, number 20, Will Owen for the Welsh side. Kahlo gets it to the baseline. Carberry driving inside here. Forces it back. Another bad pass. Another turnover. Wales taking it to the opposite end. Wright driving inside. Trying to draw the charge again as Ireland. They will not. Blocking foul called. 2-1 here for Oliver Wright. Wright is already on 9 points. He can make it 10 if he hits this free throw. 9 points for him, 2 for Sol Minty Walker. That's all the scoring for the Welsh side so far. Wright will head to the free throw line after this timeout. Timeout called by Coach Paul Kelleher for the Irish, as both teams will head to the bench. So a really impressive start for the Welsh side, 11-6, as they're on top by 5 early. Coming out of that first timeout, Ireland had all the momentum, but Wales have taken it back here. 6-0 run, and they're making Ireland pay right now. So again, 9 points from Oliver Wright. He's had almost all of the scoring for the Welsh side so far. 2 for Sol Minty Walker to complement that as part of those 11 points. Wales had 4 turnovers early. Ireland had none. And since then, Ireland have turned the ball over 4 times. Wales have only turned it over once. And Ireland are not making Wales pay for those turnovers, those early turnovers. The Welsh team have tightened up that play. Really what's happened is they've gotten the ball to number 11, Oliver Wright, quite a bit. And Oliver Wright's done a better job of slowing things down and finding the exact open look they want. He's the captain for a reason. You can see why. He's taking advantage of all the open looks that Ireland are giving him. Again, Oliver Wright's part of the Oakland's Wolves Division I NBL side. That side finished 3 wins, 23 losses on the road to the relegation. But Wright, a big part of that team. Obviously, one of their young best players. And he'll be a big part of that team for years to come. And hopefully this Welsh side as well. So Wales coming back onto the court here. Ireland looking to make a few more tactical adjustments before they do so. Well, interesting to see what lineup the Ireland side bring back onto the court. Since they made those substitutions after that second time out, they really lost all the momentum. Looks like they'll come out with a similar lineup as they had when that timeout was called. No changes made for the Irish side. And for the Welsh side, none either, as Oliver Wright will go to the free throw line for this upcoming free throw. So Wales send 2 to the backcourt. Ireland have 3 around the box. Hoping to grab this rebound. If this one misses, it's off the front iron. Strangely short, and Ireland going to the opposite end quickly. Carberry's got it. He's trapped in the corner. Another bad pass. That's the 3rd one already. Wales taking it away to the opposite end. Right. He's got Scotland inside. Going to go up on his own. Off the rim twice, and it bounces in. So Wright doesn't get the free throw, but he gets the steal, and then the bucket to count it as well. 11 points for him so far. Wales on top again, and another bad pass. Ireland just losing control of their passing right now. That's their 4th straight turnover. 4th straight thrown away pass, actually, of the last 4 possessions. Paul Kelleher will make a substitution. As a result, Daniel Carberry coming off the floor, number 3. Coming onto the court for the first time, number 10, Christian McDonald for the Irish side. Not a lot of international appearances for the Ireland team. Just 2 players have been capped. So almost all of this team is brand new. That inexperience maybe starting to show. Right as I say it, Lucas Scotland throws that one out of bounds. Looking for a bounce pass over. And that one just missed Will Owen completely. So Ireland will take it up the court now to the opposite end, looking to make something happen, get some momentum back, as they're down 13-6 right now. Dunola's got it. 3 to come here from Kahlo off the iron. And it's out of bounds. I think that one's going to stay with Ireland. It will. Off a Welsh player's hands, out of bounds. Wales will make a substitution of their own here. Lucas Scotland will come off the floor after that turnover. Lucas Davis comes on the court for the first time. Scotland gets a nice big round of applause. This is his home arena, plays for the Cardiff Met Archers side. We've got actually a changed call here. Referees have changed their mind. It's actually going to be a Wales basketball. Head coach Paul Kelleher for the Irish totally disagrees. Wow, yeah. Changed call. We thought it was going to stay with Ireland. It will not. Looks like the line judge overruled from center court. So Davis gets it now out on the wing to Oki. Gets it back. 3 to come from Davis. No. And a strong rebound there from Jack Kehoe. Kehoe taking it up the court quickly. Gets it to the opposite end. 3 to come from Ireland once again. Still no. Brown grabs the board and he turns it over. Trying to come inside, and we got a double dribble. Double dribble there on Joseph Badejo. Yet another turnover. Just when Ireland get a steal, they turn the ball over once again. Really struggling right now. That's their 7th turnover so far. Wales have scored 8 points off of those turnovers. Really, that's the difference so far in this game. As Wales have a 7-point lead, 13-6. Wright's got the ball now, gets it over to Lucas Davis. Stutter step gets it over to Rio Oki. Oki fakes inside, 1-on-2, goes up strong, lays it up and in. Strong play, looks for the foul, doesn't get it, but doesn't matter. Got the 2 to fall anyway. Ireland under some pressure right now, down by 9. Need to get some momentum going their way. They haven't had anything in quite a while here. Coming inside, forced back out. They're going to take another 3 from the same spot as before. This time it falls in. Daniel Carberry recently checked back into the game, got that 3 to fall. And boy, did Ireland need that one. Wright hands it off here. Davis. Owen gets back to Oki, and Wright's got it again. Wright's going to call a new play. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock here. Got a screen from Brown, wide open from 3, and airballs it. Still, that's a good play, and as many times as Oliver Wright wants to take an open 3, you'll let him do that. That's exactly what the Welsh side will like. Lucas Scotland will come back into the game for Oliver Wright now for the Wales side. Coming back onto the court for Ireland is number 7, Jamie Cotter, will take the inbound here. So Ireland starting to turn things around. It's 15-9, deep into the first quarter. Carberry's got it at the top of the arc, closely guarded by Lucas Davis, beats him, and Davis is going to be called for a foul there. Checked too close to Carberry, and just didn't move, didn't shuffle his feet to stay with the drive. And another foul called on Wales. That's their 4th of this quarter, 1 away from sending Ireland to the free throw line. Take that back, that's actually going to be the 5th foul on Wales. This will send them to the free throw line. Josh Brown comes off the court for Wales. Coming on is number 14, Reese Grocott. And Ireland will go to the free throw line for 2 here. That's the 5th foul on Wales in the first quarter. Daniel Carberry goes to the free throw line. Carberry's already got 3 points so far. Misses that one, can't make it 4. Carberry plays in Templiogue in Ireland. Apologies if I butchered that. My accent working on the Irish team names. Does get the second free throw to fall. He's got 4 points. Wales to the opposite end of the court, looking to get some points on the board before the end of this first half. A minute left to go in the first quarter, rather. 5, trying to pass it off their 5-point lead for Wales. Still can't get it to fall, and that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. That one's off of Ireland. This is going to be Wales basketball. Reese Grocott had a couple of chances down low, just could not get anything to fall. Ireland will inbound from the baseline here. I think they're expecting free throws. They are. But it's not going to be, no shooting foul called. That one's going to be a foul on the floor or just out of bounds, rather. No foul called. Got a referee to do up his shoelaces here. So Wales on top by 5. Again, Oliver Wright with 11 points, Solminti Walker with 2, Rio Oki with 2, and that's it. Scoring coming from just those 3 players, and basically all just from Oliver Wright. Lucas Davis now gets it back to Lucas Scotland. 10 on the shot clock, 54 left in the first quarter. Scotland under heavy pressure. He's looking to drive inside on his own. Driving, loses the handle, and you can see that coming every step of the way. Ireland with the easy steal. Carberry gets it over to Jamie Cotter at the 3-point arc. Trying to get into the paint now. Nothing doing there for Darryl Cuff. Turnaround Jay there, not going to fall for Junula. Wales take it to the opposite end again. Scotland trying to drive inside for the 2-for-1 here. Lucas Davis rejected easily. Ireland to the opposite end once again. 23 seconds left on the game clock. 21 on the shot clock. 2-second difference. Deep 3 here from Ireland. No. Offensive rebound once again. Driving inside. Trying to kick it back. Bad pass yet again. Scotland's got it to the opposite end. Wide open is Lucas Davis, and Scotland misses it. Nick O'Leary turns to the bench. Oh, man, he's disappointed about that one. That's an easy 2 left on the board there. Just some bad turnovers from both teams right there. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Ireland need to hurry. Cotter's got it to the 3-point arc. Hands it off here. Tyndall gets it over. 3. Carberry, it's up. Off the iron out. And nobody's going to take possession of that. That's how the first quarter will end. 15-10. Wales take a 5-point lead into the end of the first quarter. So Ireland really struggled there in the middle part of that quarter, at the start and middle. They came back well after those first opening minutes. Wales had an early 5-3 lead. Ireland pegged them back, and then Ireland jumped out to a 15-6 lead. And at the moment, Ireland have scored the last 4 points to even things, well, get things a little more close. So right now it's a 15-10 Wales lead with 30 minutes left to go in this game at the end of this first quarter. For the Welsh side, 11 points obviously from Oliver Wright. 5 of 9 shooting on the day, 55% from the field, 4 of 6 from 2, and 1 of 3 from behind the 3-point arc. Wales have done well. They've still had 8 turnovers. That's far too many so far for the Welsh team. Nick O'Leary is not going to like that, but Ireland have not made them pay, and those 8 turnovers have only resulted in 3 points for the Irish side. Wales have managed to hold things off defensively and then get the points they want on the opposite end. Not a high-scoring game, obviously, 15-10 so far, and we'll see what both teams will come out with after this break. For the Welsh side, they've had 5 steals already. Ireland have only had 1, and Wales have really made them pay. 7 points on the fast break for Wales. Really, that's what's given them the lead so far. All those steals and those bad passes from Ireland there at the end of that first quarter, just really strange. 4 straight possessions of thrown away passes, and then a couple more at the end of the first quarter to go with it, and that's led to this 5-point Wales lead. If you're the Wales side, obviously Oliver Wright, 11 points, 5 of 9 shooting so far. You'll want him taking as many shots as you can get. Really doesn't matter what shots he wants to take. Just let him take as many shots as you want. I'd look at it this way. If you've ever been to Five Guys before, the burger place here, they opened the new Five Guys here in Cardiff. It's not far away from where we live. So I really like that place. But the problem is, once you go, if you buy a meal for 2 people, it's incredibly expensive. So we went yesterday, my wife and I. It's 35 pounds for the 2 of us. It's ludicrously expensive. Because, it's like a once every few months sort of thing. And my wife looked at me after and she said, Atticus, did we overpay for this? And I said, you know what? No, we didn't. Because we love Five Guys. Great burgers, great shakes, great fries every time. That's exactly, I think, what Wales are going to say about Oliver Wright shooting the ball. Shoot it as many times as you want. You cannot overpay for Oliver Wright shooting, honestly. Let him do whatever he wants. So Wright will stay on the bench for now, get some rest here at the start of this second quarter, as the Welsh side will come back onto the court with the ball here. They bring on that same lineup that they had at the end of the first quarter. Looking to get some more points on the board and stretch this lead. Wales lead by 5 here at home in the Archers Arena in Cardiff, Wales today. Scotland, another turnover, another bad pass for him. That's going to be his 4th turnover already, so turnovers for Wales, they've had 9 turnovers. All of them have come from Cardiff Met players, strangely enough. Lucas Scotland and Solminti Walker. Lucas Davis on the wing here. Gets it back over to Lucas Scotland. Owen. Oki coming inside. 1-on-2. Under pressure. One-handed pass on the baseline, and that one is going to be out of bounds as he threw that pass. It hit the baseline. So great defense there from Ireland. They came out of the break very well. Paul Kelleher applauds. He enjoys that one. Ireland, after the turnover, take it up the court here. Down by 5, looking to make something happen. Junula hands it off. Cotter's got it back. Cotter driving inside on the screen. Mid-range 2, wide open. Can't get it to fall. Scotland to the opposite end. Hands it off here to Owen. Davis on it now. Gets it over to Oki on the switch inside. Oki, ooh, quite a few steps there. Scotland from three, and he's got it. Finally, Lucas Scotland starting to get going. His first points of the game. Knocks down a three. Ireland down by 8 now. Dunala asks for somebody to check to him on the backside. Doesn't get it, and it's going to be off. Carberry's foot out of bounds. Yet another turnover for Ireland. That's their 7th turnover so far, and that's actually their 5th turnover on Daniel Carberry. So quite a few turnovers for him right now today. Really struggling with the ball right now. This past season, he's played in the EYBL U17 league. He's averaged 3 turnovers per game in 28 minutes in that league. You're starting to see some of that same thing happen here. Already got 5 turnovers in just about 7 minutes of action so far on the court. Davis gets it over to Oki, coming inside. Nice little strong hop step. Doesn't get it to fall, though. Layup just too short. Ireland go to the opposite end. Badejo coming inside. He'll get it back. 3 from Francois Nkoy. Still can't fall. Wales to the opposite end of the court once again. Scotland on it. Ireland were looking for the travel there. Didn't get it called. Rio Oki is going to reset things. 14 on the shot clock. You've got plenty of time if you're Wales. They know it. They'll set up for the play they want. Scotland ISO ball one-on-one here against Nkoy. Oh, beats him easily. What a play there from Lucas Scotland. As he drives inside for his 5th point of the game. Impressive burst around the edge there. Ireland in trouble right now. Badejo loses the handle. Scotland can't get the steal. Ireland looking for anything. They can't get any space on the interior. Carberry's wide open from 3 yet again. Still no. Does get the offensive rebound. Comes inside. Still can't get it to fall. How did that not go in? But it doesn't matter. He grabs the offensive rebound twice and gets it to fall eventually. 6 points for Daniel Carberry. 20-12. Wales up by 8. Davis gets it over. Come inside to Scotland. Pass too far behind him. Ireland will say thank you very much. On the opposite ends of things, Daryl Cuff now gets it over. Jamie Cotter. Cotter gets the handoff, and he's going to take this deep 3, and it bricks off the glass. Nowhere close. Ireland are now 2 of 14 behind the arc. Drive inside. That one tried to beat the swat. Wales can't get anything going there. Cuff coming inside. Pulls up for the mid-range 2. It looked too casual, and they pay the price. Ireland can't make Wales pay on that missed shot on the opposite end. Lucas Davis here in the corner. Reach Grocott now. Grocott driving inside on Badejo, one-on-one. Hands it off. Should have just gone up instead. Davis tries the crazy reverse layup. Doesn't get it, but an offensive board anyway. Scotland with 10 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Scotland tries to get it back. Too hard of a pass to pull off. Jamie Cotter takes it to the opposite end. No foul called there. Cotter trying to split the defense. And it's knocked away. Good defense there from Will Owen. Knocks it out of bounds. Still going to be Ireland basketball. We got a timeout called on the court here. Timeout by the Welsh side. So we head into this timeout, 20-12. 6 minutes, 42 seconds left here in the second quarter. Ireland losing by 8. Looking to make some adjustments here coming out of the break. Really, the problem is Daniel Carberry scored 6 points, but he's had 5 turnovers. And Ireland are just really struggling to find any penetration on the interior, and they're not getting any good looks that they like. You can see at the start of the game, they were just taking any shot that was available to them. Right now, they seem to be taking, well, threes after somebody dribbles for 10 seconds and then takes whatever shot they want from behind the arc. That needs to change. They only have 1 assist so far in this game. That's just not enough for the Ireland side. If you've only got 1 assist this deep into the game on 12 points, you're just not moving the ball well enough. It's that simple. They need to start moving the ball a little more. What I'd look for is the captain, Jamie Cotter. He needs to get on the ball and start passing this one around a little better. He's plenty of assists whenever he plays. Normally averages about 5 assists per game with JMA back in Ireland. But he's just not been able to get on the ball too much so far in this game and pass it around. And Ireland really, honestly, it's just you haven't hit enough shots. And so many threes that they've wasted so far in this game. They're 2 of 15 from behind the arc, 13% shooting. And they've taken 15 threes and 12 twos. And they've only hit 2 of them, 2 twos and 2 threes, along with a couple of free throws, and that's led to this gap right now. So Ireland will have the ball here as we come out of the break. The Wales side coming back onto the court. Ireland will come on the court with that same team they had before the timeout. Wales with a similar one. Solminthi Walker will check back into the game for Wales. along with number 13, Paul Packham, for the first time. So they'll make a couple of substitutions there. For Wales right now, you've got number 8, Lucas Davis on the court, number 9, Lucas Scotland, 15, Solminthi Walker, 14, Reese Grocott, and then again, 13, Paul Packham for his first minutes of the game. Ireland will inbound here. Darryl Cuff's got the ball at the top of the arc, gets it over to Carberry, coming inside. Carberry goes strong, goes up strong, and he's fouled. That's a great play out of that timeout. Get the ball to your strongest player. Carberry is incredibly aggressive when he drives inside, as you can see right there. He's had that play a few times today. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws here. Been to the line once already, was 1 of 2 on that trip. We'll see if he can make it a little better here. Hits the first one as the Irish fans applaud. Carberry up to 7 points now. Carberry plays on the Ireland 3v3 team as well. Gets that second free throw to drop. 3 of 4 from the free throw line today, as Ireland will cut back into the lead. 20-14, Wales up by 6. Scotland gets it over to Lucas Davis, who'll kick it back. Packham, nice colorful shoes, I like them. Davis coming inside, flips it to the far side. Scotland, corner 3, got it to fall. 23-14, Wales back on top by 9. As Archers Arena loving that one. Ireland kicks it over to the corner once again. Another 3, no. Scotland, a big rebound. Tries to go long for Solminthi Walker. Could have gone a little longer with Minty Walker's length. And it's a turnover again from Lucas Scotland, his 6th. Badejo coming inside on Solminthi Walker, trying to spin around him. Good defense, forced it back. Cuff coming inside, running floater, no. Scotland eventually loses it. Ireland get it back, one-on-one. Carberry inside, goes up strong with one hand, and he still can't get it to fall. Solminthi Walker to the opposite end. Davis going to slow it down. Kicks it over to Grocott, great find. Oh, how did he miss that? Great find there from Lucas Davis. I don't know how Reese Grocott missed it. The Wales still lead by 9, but it should have been 11. Cotter gets it back. Cuff now. Cuff's going to take a 3 from there with plenty of time left on the shot clock. Doesn't matter. Knocks it down. 23-17. Ireland cut the lead back to 6 here. Scotland looking for the shimmer. Oh, sends the defender to the deck. Drives inside. Beats 2, and he can't get it to fall. He deserved better there after that incredible shake. Ireland thankful to come away with that one. Jamie Cotter now on the perimeter against Lucas Scotland. Flips it over to Cuff once again. Badejo. Cotter wide open from 3. He's got this one lined up. Still can't get it to drop. Knocked back. Cuff gets it. Cotter, Badejo, inside, one-on-one. Tries to go up amidst 2 people. That one didn't go up strong enough. And he just sort of lost the handle and let it drop into the Wales player's hands. Packham wide open from 3. He's going to take it. And he's got it! Takes the net down to go along with it. And Ireland struggling right now. 26 points on the board for Wales, 26-17. Wales on top by 9 once again. Lucas Scotland and Lucas Davis come off the floor. Great shift there from Lucas Scotland. Scored 8 points in the last 5 minutes that he was on the court for Wales. Ireland will make some substitutions of their own. Coming onto the floor for the first time to inbound here is number 12, Jakub Pasiesny. Jamie Cotter takes it up. Ireland need to get on the interior. They need to make Cardiff Bet pay in the paint right now. Foul called there on number 11, Oliver Wright. That's going to be his first foul of the game. Just back onto the court for the first time today. So not what we were expecting today. Wright's only been on the court for 8 minutes. Lucas Scotland's been on the court for 14. Scotland's been on the court for the most time out of any Welsh player. Nobody's had above 8.5 minutes for the Welsh side. They'll make some more substitutions here to go along with that. Pete Walker coming on the court, number 21. And number 22, Reese Cornelius, coming on as well. Hasn't been on since early in the first quarter, has Cornelius. Along with Owain Kimber, number 7 for the Welsh side, his first minutes of action today. 3 to come from Ireland yet again, still no. And Wales grab the board here. Wright gets it over, Kimber's got it. Solminthi Walker on the perimeter, gets it back to Kimber. He's going to fake, come inside. Owain Kimber gets it back. Walker wide open 3. Oh, doesn't get it to fall. Strong rebound. Ireland looking to go quickly. You got a 3-on-3 here. Hands it off. Cuff's going to take a long range 2. Air ball. We're going to call that a nice looking pass instead. Lays it up for 2. Does Greg Marinkovic. And then a long pass from Wales trying to respond quickly. It's thrown out of bounds just too far. 26-19. It's a 7-point game. Ireland trying to plug that deficit. They're starting to come back a little bit here. 3:45 left to go in the second quarter. Ireland from the perimeter. Marinkovic yet again. Still no. 3 of 19 behind the arc on the Irish side. Minty Walker inside, drives, floats it in. 28-19. Wales back on top by 9, just not letting Ireland close this gap. Coming inside once again, tries to get it back. It's swatted down, and Marinkovic grabs it and knocks in the board. So Ireland cracked 20 points. They're on to 21 now. 21-28. Wales lead by 7. Walker almost loses it to Marinkovic there. Still gets it back. He'll drive inside. Wright from 3 at the corner. Rattles around inside. Oliver Wright knocks it in. 14 points for him. And Wales are back on top by double digits, 31-21. Ireland, Cuff's going to pull up from 3. No. And Marinkovic grabs the offensive rebound anyway. Still can't get it to fall. Marinkovic, another one. No. Man, he's got to put those shots down. He's had so many offensive boards so far in this game. That's his 4th. But only 4 second chance points for the Irish. Oh, Minty Walker, look at that fake. Doesn't get any better than that. Lays it up and in. 12-point Wales lead right now, deep into the second. Marinkovic caught her perimeter, floated inside. Oh, and that's a bad pass. Way too far. Looking for Pasiesny there. That one's out of bounds. Jamie Carter's going to come off the court. We actually got a timeout instead by the Irish. Wales, a lot of energy as they go into this timeout break, leading by 12, 33-21. With just over 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Wales dominant right now. Let's be honest, 2 players are scoring, really. That's really the story so far for Wales. Oliver Wright's got 14 points, 8 points for Lucas Scotland. Sol Minty Walker's got 4 as well, but that's really where your scoring's coming from, those 2 players. Lucas Scotland was on the court for the end of the first quarter and start of the second. He was just dominant in those minutes. And then once he came off the court, Oliver Wright came on, knocked down a 3. He's causing problems for the Ireland side, and you can see it. Ireland are really struggling defensively. In the first quarter, what they were able to do well was keep Wales out of the paint, and they were forcing Wales into just bad looks and taking their time outside the arc. This quarter, though, Wales have had as much time as they want inside the perimeter, inside the three-point arc, to do whatever they want, and they have really made Ireland pay. They've outscored the Irish side 18-11 here in the second quarter. That's after they outscored Ireland 15-10 in the first. So Wales have been on top throughout the entire game, and they're showing it right now with this 12-point lead. So both teams just about ready to come back here. Wales on the court quicker. You have to imagine that's because of the positive energy from Nick O'Leary's side. This is the Under-18 Four Nations Tournament 2022. First time this has been held in Cardiff, Wales before. They've normally been in England in the past. So it's fun to have this one here today. Thanks for joining us here live on the BBL Player. To inbound for Wales is Josh Brown. Hooking it over to Oliver Wright here. Full court press from Ireland. Doesn't matter for Wright. Plenty of time here. Wales can do whatever they want. Kimber looking for some space. Walker hands it off. Wright again. Isolated on the weak side. Minty Walker driving inside. 1-on-2 here. Trying to come up and under. Throw it back over to Kimber. Oh, and his foot was on the line, out of bounds. So you've seen that a lot from Sol Minty Walker this season on his Cardiff Matt Archer side. He does a really good job of getting the ball in the paint, but then he just needs to make something else happen from there. Part of it's just inexperience. When you're 18 years old, you got plenty of time to develop, but that's really where his game needs to improve. The post game. Deep 3 from Ireland to come again. Lasered off the rim. Minty Walker grabs the board. Long pass for Pete Walker. Got it. Walker inside. 1-on-1. Beats the defender. Lays it up and in. Great pass there from Minty Walker. Loving it. Wales running dominant right now. 35-21. 14-point lead. Ireland kicking it inside. Dunala gets it back. Cuff. Pull up for 2. Air ball. Bit of a block there, I think. Wright hands it over to Kimber. He'll get it over to Minty Walker. Right once again. Walker's wide open from 3. He's not going to take it. Beats the defender coming inside. Beats 3, and then he hits the rim. Well, it was a good-looking drive anyway. Good to see from Pete Walker after those early season injuries that he's still got all that burst and momentum back after all those. Trying to pass it inside is Ireland, looking for Dunala, and knocked out of bounds by Wales once again. Ireland just cannot get anything going in the paint right now. They've only had 8 points in the paint so far in this game. Wales have had 20 for their side, and honestly, big difference so far. 14-point Wales lead. Ireland, Cuff, spinning, turnaround jumper, got it to fall. Found the mismatch he wanted against Owain Kimber, the smallest player on the court. You can't really hide him defensively. Walker beats a defender coming inside, back to Kimber. He's going to fake. pull back, and still won't take it. Minty Walker coming inside now. Again, no look pass back. That's got to be better. That's intercepted by Ireland easily. Ryan Kahlo with it now. Kahlo needs to get rid of this. Minty Walker's right in his face. He will. Dunala gets it back. Pastiesny, deep two. No. And it's knocked out of bounds off of Wales. Josh Brown and Sol Minty Walker were fighting for it. I don't think they realized they were on the same team and knocked off their hands out of bounds. Ireland basketball. Kahlo inbounds it at the top. Pastiesny's going to take another three from the same spot. Still no. Wales come away with it. 25 seconds left on the game. Clock for the halftime. Walker driving, kicks it back. Sol Minty Walker, he's got it. 1 on 3, goes up strong, and he's going to be fouled. Great play there from Sol Minty Walker. Going to the free throw line for 2, and a great dish from Pete Walker inside as well. So Sol Minty Walker here at the free throw line. He'll have 2 free throws to come. 35-23, Wales on top by 12 as we're nearing the end of this first half. About 15 seconds left to go after these 2 free throws from Sol Minty Walker. On the first one, he knocks it down. Shot 65% from the free throw line this season. That one's not going to count, though. He had his foot on the line. Went actually above the line, so we're going to have 1 free throw to come. That first one is going to be rendered void. It's not going to count. Does knock down the second anyway. So he'll go 1 or 2 from the free throw line in a bit of a strange fashion. You won't see that one every day. Ryan Kahlo with it. Ireland can play for the last shot of the first half here. Scotland knocks it around on the ground. Kahlo still got it. Gets it over to Cuff. Coming inside. Cuff's going to be fouled. Foul there on number 20 for Wales, Will Owen. We're going to have 2 free throws from Daryl Cuff once again. Cuff plays for a variety of sides in Ireland. Plays for the Blue Demons and Gael Colaist, I believe. We'll see if that's how you say it eventually. He's part of the Blue Demons side that lost the men's under-20 National Cup final in Dublin in January. First free throw off. They lost 62-63 to UCD Marion. He scored 11 points in that final, but they couldn't pull that one out and lost that National Cup final. That was part of Ireland's teams. Does get the second free throw to fall, and it still does. Oh, his foot was on the line too. You're not going to see that every day. 2 separate free throw shooters with feet on the line when they took the free throws, and that one's not going to count either. So 35-23, Wales on top. 5 seconds left to go. Scotland gets it over. Minty Walker throws it back. Oh, you got to look on that pass, and it's just too far. Scotland's going to let it roll out of bounds. That's the end of the first half. As Ireland will knock over the dynamic floor. Specialist sign. So we'll head into the break now. 36-23 rather. We're here live in Cardiff Met Arena. Wales on top, 36-23 over Ireland right now with a 13-point lead. I think we're trying to check and make sure there's no time left before the end of the first half. We'll change our minds on that rather. So we'll go to a halftime break here, but first, let's bring over the head coach for the Welsh under-18 side, Nick O'Leary. Will come on here in just a moment. We'll ask him about that first half. We're going to try and get Paul Kelleher, the coach for the Irish side, to come on as well. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us. Head coach Nick O'Leary for the under-18 squad for the Welsh side. Nick, take us through the first half. You started to give an answer there. You happy with this first half so far?
I'm happy with the score, obviously being up 13. We can be much better. We can be much better in terms of moving the ball forward quicker. We need to reduce our turnovers a touch, although guys are trying to do the right thing. The execution is sometimes letting us down, and I think we're fortunate in some ways that we're shooting the ball a little bit better than Ireland at the minute, but we recognise this game isn't over.
Now, you've had 3 guys that really scored all the points today. Oliver Wright, Lucas Scotland, Sol Minty Walker have scored most of the points. Yeah. Is that by design, or are you looking for somebody else in the second half?
I'm happy for anybody in a red shirt to put the ball in the basket.
Well said.
Right?
Yeah.
But, they come from where they come from. It's not a... We don't run an offense where it's necessarily we're looking for a player or 8 players to score. That opportunity is available to everybody, but clearly some players get and deserve more shots than others. But as a general rule of thumb, if you're opening, you're in range and you've got a good shot, we want you to shoot the ball.
Perfect. Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back, everyone, for the start of the second half here between Wales and Ireland in the Under-18 Four Nations Tournament 2022. Thanks for joining us. We're live here in Cardiff, Wales. 36-23, Wales on top, leading by 13 over Ireland right now. Both teams have come out of the break here in just the last couple of minutes. And we're looking for... Well, both teams have made some changes there from the end of that first half. Ireland obviously looking to make a lot of changes as they're down by 13 points, looking to come back against Wales right now. Dunala gets it off to Jamie Cotter, and that's how we'll start the second half. Cotter, no points so far in this game. One of the big surprises of the first half for Ireland. Just haven't been able to score a whole lot. Oh, man. Quick turnover there. Max Tyndall throws it off the foot of his teammate. And that's another turnover, looking for Greg Marinkovic. Pete Walker's got the ball for Wales at the top of the arc as they'll reset. Scotland, recently back in the game, coming inside. He'll be forced back out. Minty Walker corrals that one. Almost had a jump ball there. Calling the play is Oliver Wright. 7 to go. He's got time. He's got a screen. Coming inside, driving around, lays it up, and no. We got the offensive board. Cornelius got it to fall. It was Reece Cornelius, his first points of the game, his first offensive rebound of the game. Wales dominant right now, 15-point lead. Ireland, 3, it's up, it's off. Wales have it to the opposite end. Minty Walker, one-on-one, trying to go up strong. Got it to drop. Looking for the and one, not going to get it. But he's got the foul. Cotter loses the handle, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 here. Scotland's got Minty Walker, hands it off to him. Minty Walker up, lays it up and in. And oh boy, what a start here for Wales. 6-0 run at the start of this second half. A 42-23 lead. They're up by 19 over Ireland right now. And wow, Ireland have just fallen apart here at the start of this. The worst part has been, a lot of this has just been turnovers and that they can't rebound. Some bad offensive plays for Ireland. They've hardly even gotten inside Wales's perimeter. And Wales have really just done anything they want. So Minty Walker right now on 11 points, and Wales are just totally out rebounding and doing pretty much everything they want against Ireland. The biggest stat, I think, the biggest problem to look at, Ireland's got 5 steals. Cardiff Met, here at Cardiff Met Arena. I'm sorry, I keep saying Cardiff Met because we normally broadcast for Cardiff Met games here, and there's lots of Cardiff Met players in the Welsh team. But Wales have 15 turnovers, and Ireland only have 10. But Basketball Wales CEO Gavin Williams hands me a note card that says one word, Wales. I got to get that in my head. You're right. I see the Cardiff Met logo in the middle. Wales have had 15 turnovers. Ireland have had 10, but Ireland just cannot make Wales pay. Ireland have only scored 3 points off of turnovers so far in this game. Wales have scored 12, but more importantly, they've scored 15 fast break points off of the steals they're getting. They're forcing Ireland into these problems, and really Ireland just cannot keep up right now. 19-point Wales lead coming out of the timeout. Ireland struggling right now. They need some points. They need them now if they're going to get back in this game. Marinkovic kicks it to the far side, trying to come inside. Foot on the line as he caught that ball. Bad turnover there from Max Tyndall. Only been on the court for about 3.5 minutes so far in this game, and you can see just lost the awareness of where his foot was there, and another bad turnover yet again. So number 7, Jamie Cotter, comes off the court for Ireland. That one knocked out of bounds by Ireland once again by Marinkovic. It's going to be Wales basketball. Wales need to be careful here. A lot of full court press from Ireland. You're likely going to see this look for the rest of the game. Cornelius looking to get it into Wright. He will. Wright on the breakaway. He's got 2 defenders behind him. Driving inside, tries to send it over to Minty Walker. I don't think he was ready for that one. Bit of a hard pass at his feet as well, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds off Ireland anyway. Head coach Paul Kelleher vehemently disagrees, saying it's a kick off Minty Walker. I kind of thought it was as well. And he's going to get a talking to here from our head referee today, Chris Curl. And nothing will come of that one. So it's still Wales basketball, 19-point lead early into this third quarter. Pete Walker's got it on the perimeter, looking to come inside. 2 defenders check to him. Drives around, one-handed hook shot, no. Bit of a crazy one. You have more time to do something else. Ireland trying to go to the other end, and a quick foul call to reach there on Oliver Wright, number 11 for Wales. That's his second personal foul. Nobody's really been in big foul trouble in this game, but Wales definitely have had more fouls right now. Wright's got 2, Minty Walker with 2 as well. Marinkovic coming inside, gets it back. Tyndall. Dunala coming in, beats a defender, goes up strong against 2 more, and a foul called on Pete Walker. I think that's his third if it's on him. It is on Pete Walker. That is going to be his second foul, rather. But 2 free throws to come here for the Irish side. Brendan Dunala will go to the free throw line once again as he misses the first free throw. Dunala has been part of the Irish squads for quite a while now. He's been part of the under-16 side, plays for Ballincollig Basketball Club in Ireland. He's also going to be part of that European Championship squad this summer for the under-18 European Championships for Ireland. Gets 1 of 2 free throws to go down. Pete Walker comes out of the game for Paul Packham. So nice big round of applause. Again, this is also Pete Walker's home court in Archers Arena. Plays here for Cardiff Met. Lucas Scotland on the ball now. Wales will reset. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Wales lead by 18 after an action-packed start to this third quarter. Scotland spinning around, and a wild pass. Got to look better on that one. Marinkovic one-on-one here, driving up quickly. And how did that not fall in? Out of bounds. Looks like it's off Scotland's hands. It is. That's going to be Ireland basketball. I don't know how Greg Marinkovic didn't get that ball to fall. It's actually Wales basketball. Yeah, there's a nice big wow you hear from the side. That's exactly how I feel after all these misses from Ireland right now. Marinkovic is going to get a second chance. Goes up strong. He's going to be fouled. Not getting things to fall, but if you can't get any shots to drop, that's the best way to come back into this game. So Marinkovic will go to the free throw line for 2 more chances here. He's got 7 points so far. Hasn't been at the free throw line today. Shooting 50% from the field. 3 of 6 so far. Plays for NABA and Lanzarote. 2 separate squads. Knocks down the first free throw. In the EYBL Under-20 League this season, he's played rather well in that league. 10 games, gets about 26 minutes per game, scores about 11 points per game, but he only shoots about 60% from the free throw line. So we'll see if he can knock down this second or miss, go closer to that season average. And he'll miss. It's off the front end. I'm quite good at cursing players, aren't I? So 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 42-25. Wales on top by 17. Wright tries to hand it off and knocked out of bounds. Ireland should have had that one. They don't corral it. And that will still be Wales basketball on the baseline. Josh Brown coming into the game for Reese Cornelius now. Exchange of centers down low. Brown's one of the tallest players on the court, if not the tallest. Scotland gets it into Paul Packham now. Packham at the perimeter, 8 on the shot clock. He'll need to do something quickly here. Wright on the perimeter, closely guarded. 4 seconds to go. Wright's going to take this 3. You can see it waiting for him. Takes it from, whoa, way out there. And it would have been fun, but no. But he gets the steal anyway. 1-on-2 here. He's driving inside, and it's going to be knocked down out of his hands. No foul. Great defense there from Ireland. And then a foul called once again. That one's going to be a foul called on Wright after that play. That's a tough one. Had the bad 3, but he got the steal. Couldn't just, and then he went up 1-on-2 on the interior. Couldn't get anything to go. Couldn't get a foul called either, and then he causes his 3rd foul. Dumps it off. Dunala coming inside once again. That time he gets it to fall. Ireland starting to make a little run out of this. Down by 15 now. Wales looking to score and peg Ireland back quickly. Minty Walker, step back, won't take it. Wright. Packham coming in, 1-on-2, hands it over, finds Brown on the baseline, wide open. Josh Brown lays it up inside and in. His first 2 points of the game. Ryan Kahlo now on it. Hands it off, fakes. This time he's going to take the 3, and he's got it to fall. Number 22, Jack Kehoe, his first points of the game. Finally, he's been 0 of 7 shooting before that one. So finally knocks it down, and Ireland will get a 3. Sol Minty Walker at the top here. He's got a mismatch, loses the handle. Right on the switch, behind the back pass. You got to cut it out with these passes. I mean, Wales are just throwing away possessions with all this. Substitution to come from Wales. They'll actually call a timeout instead. Nick O'Leary will send the players to the bench for a talking to here. I think if you go back to the halftime conversation Nick O'Leary had with me, what he mentioned was he's happy about the points. He's not happy about how they're happening. The ball needs to be moved around quicker for the Welsh side, and you can see why right there. just bad passes. I don't really know why Wales are trying all these no-look passes and to make things fun. Obviously, you want to show off to the home fans here, but they've got to calm down with this. If they calm down and play the way they played in the first half, they'll be totally fine. Right now, they're giving away just too many opportunities and points. Ireland have cut this back down to a 14-point game. If Ireland can cut this down to single digits as we head into the fourth quarter, Wales could be in trouble, and Wales have honestly lost most of the momentum here, almost halfway through this third quarter right now. It's a 44-30 game. Ireland's starting to come back. Nobody's in double digits right now for Ireland. Greg Marinkovic with 8 points. Brendan Dunala with 6. Lots of people here from the crowd, obviously, for Cardiff. We're here in the Cardiff Met Arena for the Welsh side. Lots of home fans, plenty of Wales fans here. Both women's teams are behind on the bleachers as well. The Wales women will play the Irish women in the game after this. Ireland have shown up pretty well, actually. You can see a lot of fans from them on the left-hand side. So thanks to our sponsors today for hosting us, Cardiff Metropolitan University for hosting this event as well, the British Basketball League for supporting the event and for streaming the games live on the BBL Player. Thanks to Givova, the official national team kit sponsor, and Euro Logo, our partner shop. We've got Wilson providing the basketballs for Basketball Wales here today. Plenty of others as well. Dynamic, the official sports flooring partner for Basketball Wales, along with iPro Hydrate, keeping all the players hydrated, along with the coolest water bottle I've ever seen. Sol Minty Walker gets it back over to Lucas Scotland as Wales will start things back. 2 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Scotland doesn't notice it, tries the 1 for 2 eventually, and he still can't get it to fall. Good defense there from Ireland. They like what they see after that one, forcing that shot clock violation. So again, Ireland, they've got some momentum right now. They need to turn that into something real here. Wales fans starting the defense chance. Wales need to stop right now. Kahlo, Marinkovic. Kahlo, Marinkovic, got a screen, kicks it over to the far end, coming inside, loses the handle, quick steal there for Cardiff Met. Scotland's got it, under heavy pressure from Ryan Kahlo here. He's got 3 seconds to get it across, he will. Scotland's gonna pull it back, they'll reset the play right now. Davis, Minty Walker, 8 to go. Packham fakes, coming inside, one-on-one. Oh, and he loses it, I just got lost. No plan on that play, and you can see it. Marinkovic coming inside, hands it off, should have just gone up on his own, but Max Tyndall puts it in anyway. So 2 points for Max Tyndall, his first 2 of the game. Ireland cut it back to a 12-point game. Lucas Davis double teamed here. He's about to lose this ball, has to flip it long. Scotland does well to recover it. We'll call that a pass. He'll slow things down. You can feel it. Wales are under heavy pressure right now. Ireland making all the noise at the moment. Scotland spinning, 3 on the shot clock, turnaround jumper. No. And Brown knocks it out of bounds to try to grab the offensive board. You can feel it. Ireland have all the momentum right now. That's not been the story of this game. Wales have had Ireland just on the ground the entire game, and right now Ireland have come back well in this third quarter. They're only down by 12, 44-32. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Dunala. Kahlo. Still looking for Dunala inside. Back to Tyndall. He's wide open off the deflection. Lays it up and in. Bit of a fluke play for Wales, but it doesn't matter. It's a 10-point game. Minty Walker. Driving inside. Beats 2 defenders. Lays it up and in. That's his best play. You can see why. Sol Minty Walker's 13th point of the game. It's almost overtaken Oliver Wright. He's got 14. Marinkovic kicks it over. Trying to split 2 defenders is Tyndall. I think he got a little too overconfident after those last 2 buckets. Scotland, quick pass long, wide open. Minty Walker trying to go for the dunk and is blocked back, but it doesn't matter. Josh Brown gets the rebound and lays it up and in. Doesn't get the dunk, but that's an impressive play for the Welsh side. Dunala hands it back. 3 from Marinkovic. Behind the line, got it to fall. Ireland fans loving it. Paul Kelleher yelling at everybody to get back into the defensive shape quickly. 48-37. And then a foul called there on Marinkovic. Too close there, his first foul of the game. Nice job there from Lucas Scotland to draw that foul. As Wales now lead by 11. Paul Kelleher just yelling at the team during this timeout, or during this small break in the action. When you hit a shot, make sure to get back and start defending immediately. Wales have just caught them out too often. 15 fast break points for Wales, just 1 for Ireland. Wales have had the hustle so far in this game. And it's an 11-point Wales lead right now, bottom half of the third quarter. Lucas Davis with it, Solminthi Walker, Scotland. 10 to go. He calls for a screen, he's got it from Brown, waiting. Gets the switch, coming inside, beats three, kicks it back, Scotland's wide open. He should have taken it earlier. Takes the three anyway, no. That pass wasn't right in the pocket for him to take that quick shot. And they'll pay the price. Kahlo hands it off. Junula, Kahlo. Tyndall, he's looking for it. You can see it, tries to split two. I don't know what he's doing there. But somehow they come away with it. 10 seconds left to go. Kahlo takes the steps over Carberry. What a step there. Gets the defender to bite and lays it in. 48-39. It's back to a 9-point game. Wales in trouble right now. Scotland hands it off. Quick pass over. Minty Walker fakes the three. 10 to go. He's got plenty of time. He'll be forced back. Davis. Davis comes inside. Dumps it off to Brown. It's swatted out of his hands by Carberry. Oh, I don't know if that's a foul. It looks like they will call a foul. Foul called by Leanne Aaron, referee there on the baseline. And 2 free throws to come here for Josh Brown. Man, a lot of action there. Brown's on 4 points today. Hasn't been to the free throw line so far, so we'll see what he can do here. Knocks down the first. Man, I thought that swat was clean. That was an impressive play from the Irish side. Just couldn't get it to stay, though. Brown's part of the Cardiff City squad. That Cardiff City team went 7-5 this season in the National Basketball League Division III. And can't get the second free throw. 1 of 2. Offensive rebound anyway from Cornelius there. Minty Walker's got it, and he lays it up and in. Offensive rebound from Will Owen, rather. And Minty Walker makes Ireland pay. He's now the leading scorer on the game so far with 15 points. 3 again from Ireland. Still no. They do get the offensive rebound. Junula fakes, spinning, up, no. And Scotland comes away with it. Scotland on the breakaway. 2.5 minutes left to go in the third. Scotland pulls up from 2, no. And Daniel Carberry will slow this one down, I think. Kahlo calling for a play, wants players in the corners. Gets it to Carberry. Carberry coming inside. He's got the strength to do that. Kicks it back instead. Tyndall's wide open, can't find him. Junula. Kahlo, 3. Off the iron and out, but a good offensive rebound. Carberry coming inside, trying to beat Brown. Reverse layup. What a play. One-handed that ball for about 15 feet on that step. Ireland cut the lead back to 10. Solminthi Walker, 16 to go on the shot clock, coming inside, 1-on-2, and he loses it out of bounds. But it's going to be knocked out off of Ireland, and that's going to be Cardiff Met basketball. Subs to come here. Looks like for Ireland, Greg Marinkovic will check back in for Ryan Kahlo. For Max Tyndall, rather. Daryl Cuff, number 13, comes on as well for Ireland. For Wales, Pete Walker, 21, coming on, along with number 11, Oliver Wright, who's not seen much action in the second half. 3 here from Wales, no, off the iron. And hey, Josh Brown tips it up and in off the back. So Brown on 7 points now. Good offensive rebound, good tip back. 53-41, Wales lead by 12. Pass inside. And it's off of Brown's hands, out of bounds. That will be Ireland basketball again. So Ireland cut the lead back down, but Wales have done well to respond here in the last couple of minutes. They still hold that 12-point lead. Ireland looking for points immediately right now. In the corner, trapped is Kehoe. He'll get it back to Carberry. Marinkovic, leading scorer for the Ireland side with 11 points today. Hands it off. Kehoe loses it. 2 to go. He's going to have to shoot. Will, and it's not going to fall. Oliver Wright with the rebound, his 5th rebound of the game. He'll get it over to Will Owen. Gets it over to Wright. Wright looking for a foul. It's not going to be called. He can't dribble here. He's under pressure. 8 on the shot clock. Pete Walker's got it. He's going to set up a new play. Calls for the screen to come. He's got it. Doesn't take it. Drives. 3 to go. Beats the defender. Oh, and he can't get it to fall. Did all the hard work. Cuff hands it off. Marinkovic wide open. He's not going to take it. Even more wide open is Carberry. Still can't get it. Good offensive rebound from Junula. Cuff from 3. That time he's got it. Giving them enough chances and they'll knock him down. 53-44. Irish are now 6 of 29 from behind the arc. Coming inside, hands it off, looking for Brown, off his hands. Walker's got it back. Oh, he loses it. Davis, 3, it's up. Too short. And it deflects off the rim eventually. Ireland have it. Nice little behind the back from Marinkovic. He's going to drive inside, kicks it back. Not right in the pocket of Kehoe. Can't take the spot-up shot. This time he will. Way too short. And too far off. Right, 2-on-1 here. He's going to drive inside on his own. No foul call, but he lays it up and in anyway, asking for the and one. Not going to get it. But good, strong play. Nice job to fight through that contact. Ireland trying to score quickly. Lots of pressure at the end of this quarter. And that shot's not going to fall. So we head into the end of this quarter, 55-44. Wales on top by 11 over Ireland. Wales just did really well to respond at the end of that third quarter. For about 7.5 minutes of the third, Ireland were really on top of things, started to come back on that halftime deficit, got it back down to about, I think it was a 7-point lead a few minutes ago, and Wales have just done well to respond, and obviously 11's not as much as they'd like, but they've done really well to respond at the end of that third quarter, and really done whatever they wanted here offensively in those last couple of minutes, just like they did in that first half. Ireland needs some more points to come on the board right now. They're not getting any consistent scoring from anybody, and I think the big problem for them is Greg Marinkovic, 11 points, 4 of 8 shooting, that's good, but nobody else is shooting anywhere near 50%. They're shooting 25% from the field, just 19% from behind the arc, and they're 6 of 31 from 3. I mean, you got to come back, so, credit to them. They're taking the threes. They just need to go down. If those threes can go down, you're going to be okay. And I think one of the big problems for Ireland as well is your captain and your point guard, Jamie Cotter, has just been played off the floor right now. 0 of 7 from behind the arc, 0 of 8 shooting on the day. And his plus-minus, he's negative 15 in the plus-minus, so Ireland are outscored pretty dramatically whenever he's on the court. Wales have just taken advantage of him pretty well. They've caught him in traps and screens. They've just taken advantage. They've got him switched on to Sol Minty Walker in particular. Minty Walker and Oliver Wright for the Welsh side. Oliver Wright with 16 points, Minty Walker with 15, 31 between them. And Wales, of course, in the lead right now, in large part due to those two. Minty Walker, 7 of 9 shooting on the day, 77% from the field. You don't see that very often. And he's really taking advantage of every look that's been given to him right now. And he's only been to the free throw line once, crazily enough. He normally draws plenty of free throws, but he's done well so far today to beat the contact and to finish through the hard contact that Ireland have been giving him in the paint. So we head into the fourth quarter now. Wales lead 55-44. Ireland, if they're going to come back, they need to do it now. They've got to take advantage of these turnovers, too. Wales have turned the ball over 19 times, and Ireland still only have 5 points from those turnovers. That's a hideous conversion rate. 19 turnovers, 5 points off of those. That needs to improve. And they're looking for it right now as they pressure heavily as Wales come out of the set here. Owen on the far side. He'll get it back to Oliver Wright, the captain at the top. Wright, the leading scorer with 16 points in the game so far. Nice little pass on the ground to Walker, spinning. Turnaround shot, got it to fall. Walker dangerous from the interior. Makes Ireland pay, 57-44, Wales on top. Driving inside, tries to go up strong, no, does Carberry. Brown with the rebound. Hands it off, Wright, pull-up shot from 2. Off the back iron and out. And Carberry will get it over again here. Marinkovic, Cuff, 3. Finally got one to go for Ireland. 57-47, Ireland starting to come back, maybe a little, down by 10. Walker handing it off. Crazy pass back from Will Owen. It's knocked down by Ireland easily. Cuff's got it. Beats the steal attempt. Over to the far side. Faking, driving. Junila will get it back to him. McDonald gets it over to Cuff. Running floater. No, but he gets his own offensive rebound anyway. Shot clock reset here. Gets it back to the top. Marinkovic. And the defenders checked away from him, weirdly enough. And he just missed the shot, though. Walker, deep pass long. Oh, he found him! What a pass! What a bucket! 2 points there for Lucas Davis, his first 2 of the game, and a heck of an assist from Pete Walker, his 4th assist on the game. 3 from Cuff, yet again. Still no. Ireland trying to grab the board, they will. Marinkovic going up strong. Got it to fall. Looking for the and one, still no. 59-49. Referees have been very consistent today. They are not calling those and ones inside. Checks it over, and a great pass there from Oliver Wright to Josh Brown. Brown now on 9 points so far in this game. Driving inside. Junila back. 3. Cuff. Off the back iron yet again. And another long pass to come here from Pete Walker. Davis has got it. He's going to roll around the floor. Finds his way to Brown somehow. Hop step. No. And Wales will still get the rebound anyway. Slowing it down. 10 seconds left to go. Wright's going to call a play. He's going to look for some action on the backside here. Brown got him on the screen and roll. And a foul finally going to be called there. Josh Brown will go to the free throw line for 2 more attempts, as he's got 9 points so far in this game. And Wales in the lead here, 61-49. Pete Walker comes off the court. Heavy round of applause for him from the Welsh fans after that great assist. And another good bucket from him so far. Solminthi Walker comes back into the game. So Brown will go to the free throw line for 2 free throw attempts. So another substitution to come for Wales in just a moment. Reese Grocott to come back onto the court. So again, Brown is on 9 points right now. He can get to double digits if he can hit just 1, and he will not hit the first. So again, Brown is part of that Cardiff City side. Division III, finished 7-5 this season, 4th in the Division III Southwest Conference. Missed the playoffs as a result. He can't get either of them to go down. Wales can't take advantage there. Still a 12-point lead. Cotter inside. Cotter finally gets a shot to go. Kind of helped on the tip there by Solminthi Walker, but hey, no goaltend, lets it go in, whatever. So it's back to a 10-point game. Jamie Cotter's got his first points, and we've got a foul called there on Ireland. That foul on Daryl Cuff. Ireland will be sending Wales to the free throw line pretty soon. Not now. Still have a few more fouls to go. But they've been fouling quite a bit, and they'll obviously foul quite a bit more as they try to get back into this game. Just over 7:20 left to go in the game. Wales lead by 10. Reese Grocott back onto the court now. Solminthi Walker at the top of the arc. 12 on the shot clock. Wright calls the play. Waiting for that screen from Grocott. He drives inside instead. Gets it over Minty Walker. Wide open mid-range J. No. And Marinkovic takes it down. Marinkovic has 10th rebound. He's on a double-double today. 13 and 10. Cuff. Back. Tyndall. Oh, and he traveled. Poor from Ireland. You just can't afford turnovers right now. 14th turnover for Ireland. And, I mean, crazily enough, it's their 14th turnover, but Wales have had 21 turnovers. But it doesn't matter. Ireland has just not been able to hit anything, shooting 26% from the field. Wales almost 20% better at 45%. Davis now on the ball. Lucas Davis got some options. He'll get it over to Will Owen. Owen's going to come inside. Driving, hands it off. Grocott waits for the jump to come, and it's swatted away by Marinkovic eventually. But Wales still have it. 3 to go. Minty Walker, 3. No. And the offensive rebound comes anyway. And it's off. I think it's off an Ireland player's foot. And it will be. This will be Wales basketball. Actually going to be a foul called there. A blow to the head. So another foul called on Ireland. This will be Wales basketball from the baseline. They still hold on to that 10-point lead. Just over 6:40 left to go. Wales need some more points to make sure they hold this advantage. Kickball there by Ireland. This will still be Wales basketball. Thanks for joining us in the Under-18 2022 Four Nations Tournament. Both teams looking to win this one here, as a 3 from Wright will not fall. Ireland grab the board. This could be the break they need to get it back to single digits once again. Caught from 3. Still no. Big offensive rebound from Tyndall. Still can't get it to fall. Swatted down by Solminthi Walker out of bounds. And it's going to be Ireland basketball. So Ireland obviously losing by 10, but they've done well on the boards. 47 rebounds for Wales, 45 for Ireland. They have not let Wales come away with that big advantage. And that's really what they need right now. Ireland need every second chance they can get. Rebounds, turnovers, name it. They need it. Cotter on the ball. Scored his first point, just a minute to go. Gets it over to Nkoy. Cotter looking for Nkoy. He'll switch it to the far side instead. Marinkovic, 1 on the shot clock, has to shoot, and they didn't notice it. Huge cheers from the Wales fans. Great defense chance. I think they might have muted out the communication to the Ireland players as they forced that shot clock violation. Just over 6 minutes to go now. Wales still lead by 10. Lucas Scotland back on the court. And along with Pete Walker. So Wales are getting closer. Walker on the corner. He's going to take that 3, and it's going to be hit in the hand. That's a foul. That one's missed. I think they're going to say he got the ball instead, but a bad pass. Tyndall cannot corral it anyway, out of bounds. I don't know. That one looked like a foul on Pete Walker. It looked like his hand got hit pretty hard, but referees will say the Irish defender hit the ball first, so no foul called there. Pete Walker will come off the court after some quick action there. Rio Oki to come on instead. Wales to inbound here on the baseline, gets it into Oliver Wright. Wright with 16 points so far in the game, the leading scorer amongst both teams. Scotland faking, driving, long range two, got it. Look how clean that shot was. That was easy as you like. 63-51. Wales on top by 12. Cotter coming inside, flips it back. Oh, man. Tyndall's struggling right now. Another one. That's another miss for him. Tyndall misses the pass. Cotter threw the pass too far to the side, out of bounds, and we got a timeout called here by Ireland. So 63-51, just over 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes left to go in the game. Wales on top by 12, and really they're taking advantage right now. This fourth quarter has been all Wales. They were only outscoring Ireland 8-7, but they've done what they needed to. They're bleeding out the clock, and they're keeping the lead over Ireland. They're not letting Ireland come back. That's honestly all you want right now if you're Coach Nick O'Leary. Get this first win in the tournament. You've got your second game to come later today against Scotland. Scotland and England, your second and third games after this, rather. So if Wales can secure a win here, that'd be a great start to this tournament, and then you go from there. That's the way this tournament will work. Each team is going to play each other nation once, so you'll play 3 games total for your team. No playoffs or anything after that, just these 3 games to come, and then obviously, that's the end of the tournament. Both men's and women's teams for each nation here today, Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales. And after this game, we'll have Ireland playing Wales. The women's teams on this court, that game will tip off at about 11 o'clock. It might be a little bit later with the delay after this game when everything gets cleaned up. So stick with us here on the BBL Player. We'll let you know when the tip-off time is. And thank you for joining us here today from Cardiff, Wales in the Archers Arena. Wales on top by 12 as we head out of this timeout. Wales have 3 scorers in double digits right now. Oliver Wright with 16, Solminthi Walker 15, Lucas Scotland with 10. Ireland, they also have 3 players in double digits. Daryl Cuff with 11, Daniel Carberry with 10, Greg Marinkovic with 13, but just not as much scoring around the edges. And now they're down right now. So Wales to inbound here. They've got plenty of time, and they'll try to take their time on these possessions and bleed out the rest of this clock. Scotland, well, he speeds up the court anyway. Minty Walker kicks it inside. Oh, man, wide open was Oki. He just couldn't get a shot up. It's rolling around on the floor. Grocott, I think he kicked it. He did. So that's off of Reese Grocott's foot, out of bounds. Well, sorry, turnover rather. It'll be Ireland basketball. So Francois Nkoy to inbound this one for Ireland. Only had about 10 minutes on the floor so far this game. No points for him. And Jamie Cotter coming up the court. If Ireland's going to come back, Jamie Cotter needs to lead the way. 2 points so far. He needs more than that. 1 of 9 shooting. Tyndall inside. And it's stolen away yet again by Wales. Minty Walker driving up the court. It's like a 1-on-3 here. He's not going to take it inside, is he? He splits defenders anyway. Oki wide open. Gets it over right. 3 from the corner. Got it! Nice celebrations everywhere from Wales. 66-51. 15-point lead restored. Wales dominant right now. 3 from Cotter. Still too long. Can't get anything to fall. Not his game right now. Minty Walker, hard pass over to right. He's going to take a pull-up 3. Not going to fall. Ireland come away with it. And Coy lays it up to Cotter. Cotter, quick pass in the corner. He's got it back, needs to find an open look. And Coy driving. He's looking for that shot, hands it off instead. Junula needs to get it back. 8 on the shot clock. Cotter, pull up 2. Still nothing. Good offensive rebound for Francois Nkoy, though. And I think, I'm not sure who the foul's on there, but a foul on Wales. So it'll be Ireland basketball from the baseline. From the sideline, rather. Jamie Cotter will inbound this ball. Looking for options, doesn't have one close. He'll go far instead. Out in the corner, Tyndall throws it inside. Another bad pass from him. Man, Tyndall's really struggling on the ball right now. Another turnover from him. That is Tyndall's 5th turnover. Scotland with it. 14 on the shot clock. Wales can do whatever they like right now. Right, Scotland coming in. Beats the defender. Tries the little running floater. No. And Ireland grabbed the board. Still down by 15. Under 4 minutes left to go. Hand it over to Cotter. Cotter coming, splits, running, Jay, no. And it's bouncing around. Solminthi Walker rips it down eventually. That's his 6th rebound to go with his 15 points. He'll kick it over to Pete Walker now. Walker coming inside. He'll send it back. Again, Wales just doing whatever they want right now on the shot clock. They're just taking their time, waiting for the best shot they want. 5 on the shot clock. Wright, he's going to take the 3. Why not? Oh, boy. You won't see a better shot today. Look at that. Just casually pulled up from about 30 feet. And knocks it in cleanly. I mean, that barely even touched the net. That ghosted off the rim inside. And Wright's now on 19 points. He's actually on 22 points. Wales on top by 18 right now. Just over 3 minutes left to go. Ireland just about out of this one. 3 again. Oh, man. Hideous shot. 7 of 38 are Ireland from behind the arc. Kick back for Walker. Walker wasn't expecting it. Yeah, Pete Walker's telling him, need a cleaner pass. I think as we head into the next 2 games for Wales, that's what you need to see if you're Coach Nick O'Leary. Cleaner passing. There's too many turnovers from bad passes today. 3 again. Kehoe cannot get it to fall. Ireland knock it out of bounds. Going to be Wales basketball. That, I think, is the biggest problem for Wales so far in this game. 23 turnovers. 7 from Lucas Scotland. 5 from Oliver Wright. And then, of course, just 5 from Solminthi Walker. I mean, there's just far too many turnovers. Just bad passing. Need some cleaner passes as we head into these next 2 games, which are likely to be more difficult against England and Scotland. Pete Walker coming inside, sends it over. Brown can't get it to fall, gets the own rebound, gets it once, can't get it twice. Finally, Marinkovic rips it down for Ireland. Marinkovic, stutter step. Ireland looking for another 3. Does Carberry off the front iron. Still going to miss. 7 of 39 are Ireland from behind the arc. Give them credit. They're trying those 3s to get back in the game. They're not under any delusion about how they need to get back into it. They just can't get anything to fall. Walker's moving it around. 10 on the shot clock, but he drives inside anyway. He's going to be fouled and go to the free throw line. 2 more to come for Wales yet again. They should break the 70-point mark here. Timeout on the floor. We got a timeout called by Coach Nick O'Leary for the Welsh side as they'll head to the bench. So 2 free throws to come for Pete Walker here. Wales on top in this under-18 tournament. They're on top by 18 right now, coincidentally enough. 69-51 lead heading into the bottom few minutes of this 4th quarter. And look, Wales have just, it's not been, I think, the most dominant performance that you'd want, even though they lead by 18. That's pretty impressive. But Coach Nick O'Leary mentioned this at halftime. It's not the cleanest game, and they've done better in the second half to do, fewer turnovers in the second half. They've done mostly what they wanted. But I think as you come into these next 2 games against England and Scotland, you need to have some better passing, and you need to look for some cleaner looks and better shots. I think he's really going to like the 19 assists that Wales have had today. They've managed to move the ball around well here on the Archers Arena. They've done well at moving the ball to the perimeter and getting inside to their best players and finding looks they like. But they just need to keep doing that because you're not going to shoot 43% in every single game, especially not 40% from behind the arc. They're 7 of 18 from 3. That's really, really good. You're not going to get that every game, especially not at this level. With the youth on the court here today, shooting's probably going to jump back and forth between these games. A good shooting game right now could still be a bad shooting game later today. This is not indicative of the final product. You're seeing these players grow up right before your eyes today and throughout this entire tournament. So if you're the Welsh team, I think you need to make sure you've got some good shooting out of this game today. Obviously, you're going to get a win out of this. You need to make sure you're looking for cleaner looks. You want more assists. You need better shots as you go into these next games against England and Scotland. For Ireland, as they'll come to the free throw line here, waiting those 2 free throws from Pete Walker. Tough first game, obviously. They've done well, though. They haven't been out-rebounded. 52 rebounds for both teams. They've done well on that part, but only 10 assists. They just haven't done what they wanted, and really your big problem is your leading scorers and shooters have not done well. Jamie Cotter and Jack Kehoe are 2 of 24 between the 2 of them. That's horrendous. And again, hopefully that should improve in these next couple of games. They're young players. That shooting's not going to carry over from game to game. Lots of confidence amongst all these players, as you can see here today. They should be able to do better shooting the ball in their next couple of games to come. 71-51. Wales on top by 20 right now over Ireland. Carberry looking to send it inside. Taken away by Josh Brown, another steal. Oliver Wright with it. We'll slow this clock down. Under 2 minutes left to go. Wales can just do whatever they want until the end of this one. Scotland hands it off. Minty Walker, he's going to fake from 3 and won't take it now. And Wright will. Not going to fall. Ireland grab the rebound. Marinkovic flips it to the far side. And Carberry knocks the defender down. No foul called. Gets it off the back iron and in. I think we got a timeout called here. Timeout called by Wales by Coach Nick O'Leary once again. looking to take advantage of this time. You're not going to get many games like this. You do not get much, international breaks are worth a lot. You get these players on the court. They've not played together all that often. Just some players are on the similar teams or playing similar leagues, but you don't get a whole lot of time to gel your team together. So take advantage of every chance you get. And that's what Wales look to do right now. Draw up some good plays for the final final minute and a half plus of this game. As Wales lead 71-53 right now over Ireland. One of the big problems, we'll ask both coaches. We should have interviews with both coaches and captains of both teams after this game before we get to the Wales and Ireland women's game. But I think some of the key things to look at for Wales, 44 points in the paint. You love that. Only 20 points in the paint for Ireland. That's not good enough. Pretty impressive. They scored 33 points outside of the paint in the meantime, but 20 points in the paint is just not enough. You need to have more than that. And I think Ireland will be looking to have some better interior penetration as we go into their games further today. And, of course, the big problem today, Wales have turned the ball over 22 times. Ireland have only scored 5 points off those turnovers. That's nowhere near good enough. At minimum, you want 14, 16 points off of those 22 turnovers. You need to make Wales pay for those, and you just can't. And really, Wales, they've turned the ball over, sure, but they've done pretty much anything they want outside of those turnovers. And Ireland have not been able to stop them. So Jakob Pasiesny, number 12 there for Ireland on the ball, or defending. Scotland's got the ball here for Wales. Walker gets it back to him. Right on the side. Gets it back to Scotland. 10 to go. Just wasting time. And now they'll start their play. Scotland coming inside. 4 on the shot clock. Spins around. What a play. Look at that. Made the defender bite and made him pay. Back to a 20-point Wales lead. Marinkovic hands it off. Pasiesny 3. No. A deep shot. And a foul called. I think that foul called on Pete Walker there. So that is Pete Walker's 3rd foul. Ireland inbound from the baseline. Just over a minute left to go in this game. Looking for options. Got Pasiesny at the top. Gets it over instead to McDonald. Gets it back. Marinkovic knocks down the mid-range J. 73-55 now. Bottom minute of the 4th quarter. Wales lead by 18. Right, just makes some space, and now he's under some pressure. He'll have to get rid of this one. He will to Scotland. Scotland's under heavy pressure and a foul called there. Foul called on McDonald, number 10, Christian McDonald. That is going to be his 2nd foul of the game. And Lucas Scotland will go to the free throw line for Wales. He'll knock down a couple more shots here. Scotland's on 12 points so far in this game. Hasn't scored a whole lot since that 2nd and 3rd quarter, but hasn't really needed to. Wales with this big lead so far. Hasn't been at the free throw line so far today, but he does knock down the first free throw. Scotland's a pretty good free throw shooter for his Cardiff Met Archer side in the National Basketball League. He shot about 66% from free throw lines so far this season. Really, that's been his big problem so far this season. He's been a great player, just needs to knock down shots. Only shoots about 30% from the field, but he knocks down both those free throws, and he's done better so far today. 40% from the field, 5 of 12. To the far side, McDonald 3, and he's got it to rattle inside. So 75-58. Back to a 17-point game. Ireland still scoring as we get to the end of this one. 30 seconds left in the game, about a 14-second difference, shot and game clock. Wright comes inside, gets it back to Walker, and Wright will get it back once again. 7 seconds left to go. He'll take the shot eventually, drives inside, sends it back. Minty Walker's going to have to take this one. He'll get the defender to move past him, and he'll knock it down just for fun anyway. 17 for Sol Minty Walker, no shot clock left. 10 seconds to go. McDonald, Marinkovic, drive inside, up, heavily contested, can't get it to fall. Wales grab the rebound, and that's going to do it. Wright will dribble this one out, and a great win in this first game of action here in the Four Nations tournament in Cardiff, Wales. 77-58. Wales win by 19 points over Ireland. You can see the celebrations. Impressive win. Wales, the team and their fans love it. Ireland disappointed with this one. The Welsh team applauds the fans. Great turnout here. More players and fans packing in as we go throughout this day. This is the first game of the day. Wales and Ireland women to come after this one. We'll get both head coaches and captains to come talk to us after this one before we close this first game today. Really impressive performance from the Wales side. 22 points for Captain Oliver Wright, 17 for Solminthi Walker, 14 for Lucas Scotland, and just an impressive 9 points from Josh Brown as well off the bench. For the Welsh side, 19 fast break points, 16 points off the bench. I mean, it just pretty much won everything they could as they got this win. So we're going to have an interview here in just a moment's time with number 11, Oliver Wright, the captain for the Welsh side. Give us a moment to get that set up, and we'll be right with you. So we're here with game MVP Oliver Wright. Oliver, you're the captain for the Welsh side today. 22 points, 50% from the field. Incredible day. What led to this great start for you?
I think just our team chemistry off the floor. We had a camp in Taunton over the weekend, and we just get to know each other, play with each other. And I just see we like to push the ball ahead. We like to play with each other, and that's what playing for Wales is about for me personally. So.
I know you mentioned playing with each other and moving the ball around well as a team. You could see that. Everybody, when they came off the floor, tons of high fives, ton of energy. Here at home, how much energy does this home crowd and this home court give to you guys?
It feels great. I mean, when we were up 20 and we went down 10 in that third quarter.
Yeah.
To a 10-point lead, and the energy brought us back into it. And that was one thing we said in the locker room that we were going to do was keep the energy high.
Going into these next few games, where do you guys need to improve?
We need to sharpen up because we don't know what the other teams are like, but they were a very good side. We just played very well, and we've got to sharpen up on our passes, our defense. We're the smallest team here. We have the offensive rebound, but positive, just work on what we've got so far.
Oliver, thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the day today.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thanks for joining us here at the end of this game. 77-58. Wales win by 19 over Ireland. As you heard from Oliver Wright just a moment ago, really impressive day for the Welsh side and really impressive teamwork, and that's led to this dominant victory. 19 points over Ireland. And a great start here for the Welsh side. That's how this game will end, 77-58. Thank you to all of our sponsors here today. Plenty of sponsors have made this happen. Thank you to Cardiff Metropolitan University for hosting us, British Basketball League for helping us with the streams for this game, Givova, the official national kit sponsor, and Eurologo, our partner shop, along with Wilson for the national basketball of Basketball Wales, Dynamic, our official sports flooring partner, iPro Hydrate, hydrating all the players here on the court today, and Basketball Jones, our event sponsors, and volunteer and t-shirt organizers as well for everybody here today. Thank you for joining us. I've been Atticus Pete for this first game of the day today. Join us in about 10 minutes' time for the Wales vs. Ireland women's teams in this under-18 Four Nations tournament. Thank you for joining us. 77-58, Wales over Ireland.